Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, January 30th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple of things here to update. And we should be good to go. Good. All right. Looks like we are good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, links getting sent out. Looks like we're good there. All right. So as people join in, I'm going to start market liquidity over here on the daily chart. Looks like we might get new all-time high today. We'll see. It's good there. There. Going down to the 2-hour. Going down to the 1-hour. Going down to the 30-minute. Down to the 15. Down to the 10-minute. And it looks like we are good to go. So, all right, guys, we have liquidity marked up here. Closest level of liquidity is going to be up here at 38,441. And the closest level below is going to be at 38,386. So those are the two closest levels of liquidity, both top and bottom. And we'll see where this ends up going when market opens here. Retail sentiment is super high, guys. So it's currently 82% short. I think price will probably push up. And like Kip mentioned this morning to us in our group, it looks like a new all-time high is very likely to get hit. So we'll see what happens here on market open. But if that does become the case, the new all-time high is pretty close by. It's like right there. So we'll see what happens here shortly. So good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, January 30th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. We marked up liquidity over here. Closest level above is going to be over here at 38,441. This might get hit pre-market. And the lower level down here is going to be at 38,386. If price does push up pretty high, this blue line up here, not this one, but the next one above here at 38,498 is going to be the all-time high. So we might get that hit by today, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here when market opens in a few minutes. So might get a bit of a wacky market because we are close to the all-time high, but odds of it hitting are very likely. So, all right, there goes the liquidity chart. Here's our clean chart. I'm going to mark up 630. mark of 8 o'clock. Go on the 4-hour time frame real quick, see if we have structure up here. Which we do, it's going to be right here. You're ready to see it before it comes up. So we got structure right here. This is the 4-hour resistance. Here's the 4-hour support. Going down to the 1 hour. All right, so as you guys can see, price is pretty much ranging between the 4-hour resistance and the 1 hour support. So we got 4-hour resistance up here. We got the 4-hour resistance, and then we have the 1 hour support down here. So price is pretty much just ranging right now between these higher levels. We'll see what happens here on open, but that's kind of where price is bouncing off right now. And you can see prices coming right back down. So we'll see what happens in the next few minutes when market opens, but this is pretty much where price is ranging from. It's ranging from the 4-hour resistance down to the 1 hour support. You can see right here, price has pretty much been going back and forth since last night. Not really too much direction, but we'll see what happens here on open. All right, so there goes that. Here is our main chart. Let me see if there was news today this morning. I believe there was. There was news over here at 6 o'clock. It was mixed news. So news at 6 o'clock, 6:10, 7, 7:30. So 6, 6:10. Got 6. 6:10. 7. 7:30. 6, 6:10, 7, 7:30. All right, so we're good. We got news marked up right there. We got market opening in about 2 minutes. We'll see what happens here on market open, guys. So again, as I mentioned yesterday, guys, me and Manny are testing this new breakout strategy. It's not really a new strategy. It's just variations of what we already apply, just different entry points. So looking at where price is currently at right now, it's likely that we're going to be looking for a buy. Reason for that's because the trend here is bullish. But we'll have to see if our other criteria is met. So let's see what happens here when the market opens. I might take it with some of my Apex accounts because there's like a $35 reset on Apex. So I might as well just give it a shot and let the trades run through. And if I need to, I could always just reset the account. So we'll see. So I'll be taking it on my TFF accounts and I'll be taking it on maybe my Apex. We'll see what happens here when the market opens. But just a heads up. So this red chart over here with the red tab is pretty much strategies that we're forward testing. They're not official entries. The only 2 official entries that we're looking for, or that we will be looking for, will be the V1 variation with confluence and the breakout V3 continuation with confluence as well. So I'll let you guys know if it's an official entry. Anything that happens here on the red chart is not official. Just want to keep that in mind, guys. Market is now open. So if you guys do decide to take any of these trades here, just, make sure you take them at your own risk. There goes opening price right there. There. There we go with that big bullish push here on open. I don't really need it on this chart. All right, Maddie. Let's see where's Maddie's here. Yeah, Maddie's there. All right, Maddie, we got the first criteria right there on that candle. So we'll see the next one. Yep, printed. So there's no official entries here, guys. Me and Matt are just forward testing this breakout strategy that we're pretty much, we're reading the test dummies for this. We'll see here again if it plays through. So guys, this isn't an official entry. This is something that we're testing, so we don't really recommend people take it. I mean, it's just up to your preference if you do want to take it, but again, this here is something that we're testing. So it's not going to count as the official entry. It's going to count as just something that we're testing on our own time. So looks good, Maddie.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
It's just super volatile right now. All right, so I'll leave it as is, guys. There's no official entry here. This is something that we're just testing. We'll be looking for some official entries once we have the V1 pattern that does come up. The volatility is really high right now. So it's coming up right now. And we're just going to leave that as is. So we'll leave it as is. We'll come back and take a look at that later. I just don't want to leave it on there because I don't want you guys to be stuck on it and following it, especially if it's not an official entry. So there's only one way for us to test it. I mean, Maddie, so we have to test it here on the live session. That's the only way we can do it because we can't do it, you know, back in time. We have to do it during live market conditions. So that's the only way we can take it. So just to make sure that you guys aren't like getting tempted to FOMO into trades like this, we'll have to do it. And then we'll follow through with any other entries that come out later as official entries. So we'll keep following it there. Oh, Manny, I just realized that I just realized that wasn't the entry, huh? I screwed up on that one. My bad. I skipped the whole step. So there's no entry right now. Let me take this off, guys. Sorry. There's actually no entry right now off the, so I'm gonna have to get out of this. It comes back up, or we'll follow it, Maddie. If there's another one that comes up after. This is the problem with the strategy is that we don't really have criteria for it yet. So it's not exactly, I gotta get out of it. All right.
Order filled.
I got out, Maddie. Sorry, that was my bad. I totally skipped a step. And this is the problem with testing a new strategy is that we don't have full criteria down. So I'm not able to look at it properly. So guys, sorry, if you guys are looking for the breakout that we're testing, there's actually no entry here yet. I'm still looking for it to come up. Thanks, Maddie, for correcting me on that. I mean, it still would have played through, but I already closed out for a partial because there's no entry there. All right, so we'll still look for the actual entry here, Maddie. Yeah, I mean, it played out pretty nice too. I should have just held on to it. It's all good. I made a mistake on that trade. So I'm going to continue looking for the next entry here for the breakout. But there is no official entry here just yet. Or no, I don't want to call it official. There's no entry there for the breakout yet. Might be coming up right here, Maddie. So looking at this here, guys, at our actual chart, this is our main chart. There's no entry here for any official entries. We have a low that came down here, but there's no V1 pattern. In order for us to have that criteria, we need to have a double body or double wick on a low here. The trend right now is currently bullish. We're looking for price to come down, establish either a double bottom right here and push up. That's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for a low to establish with a double bottom for a reversal pattern. Once we have that, we're going to look for price to come back down, reject off it again, and provide a double bottom pattern like this, like a W, right? This is kind of the pattern that we're looking for. We're looking for the W pattern, where we're using our indicators here to confirm that it's exactly how we want it to come out. So we're looking for either this, a W pattern, or we're looking for price to come down and provide us a V1 for reversal and push back up with a half W like this. This would be the directional pattern that we'd be looking for, reversal and then continuation up. So until we get that, there's no official entries. It looks like price is trying to climb up to the all-time high, like Maddie just mentioned. There's still no entry here, Maddie, for the breakout. Or what do we call it? PRB entry. All right, guys. So for this breakout, I'm just going to be calling it PRB entry. That's kind of short of what we're shorthand name for what we're going to be calling it. No, it's not that. Well, pre-range breakout. No, it's a good try though. It's a good try. I mean, basically, it is kind of like it's kind of similar to what you mentioned. but it's just a breakout strat. It's similar to what we're already applying, but we just use different criteria. So if you guys have seen, we have like 3 breakouts now, right? We have breakout 1, breakout 2, breakout 3. This one's slightly different because it uses different criteria, but it's the same concept. You're looking for a breakout on open, but it's still in this testing phase, so there's gonna be a lot of changes that still need to happen. The name might even change. That's why we're not even really giving a name for it. It's just a breakout. Nice. Yeah, Stern said in line with his strategy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people apply a similar strategy. It's just ours is just really refined. All right, Maddie, so we might be getting it here soon. There's no official entries, guys, so just sit tight if you're looking for the official entries. Again, we matter still testing this breakout strategy that kind of put together. Still got like 20 seconds left on it. No, MA. Close, also close. I mean, it's a good guess. All right, Maddie, so we have possibility here if it, see if it comes down lower. No, not yet. Yeah, printed. We just got to look for, yeah, exactly. Same here, Maddie. I'm looking for that deeper retracement. The deeper, the better, because then we have that bigger push to the upside. Yeah, exactly. That'd be key. The more space, the better, because you get in at better entry. Yeah, there's no sessions for this one, Skip. For this strategy, there's no restrictions. So I purposely don't have sessions up on this one. All right, Maddie, this might be, we'll see if it comes back down further. It's got like 5 seconds on it. I gotta wait for it to actually close though. Not gonna get in early. I wouldn't take that, Maddie. It's not a clean rejection. Kip said, you guys know red flags? Well, I've tested the strategy for all of January, Kip, and it has only 1 loss for the entire month of January. So that's why we usually raw test it like that with no restrictions, no red flags, and it actually played out really well. So that's why we don't use it. There's no need for it. If we used it, then we'd pretty much avoid entries that would pretty much hit. All right, Maddie. So we have another opportunity over here. This might be it. Oh, we'll see, guys. Again, there's no official entries right now. This is just a breakout strategy that me and Maddie are testing. It's about 10 seconds left on it, Maddie. It's got to be perfect, though. So it looks like I'm good.
Order submitted.
All right, so we'll see. Again, guys, there's no official entry. So let's go back to our main chart here. Now that we have that there, looks like everything. Yeah, exactly. Kip, that'd be good. That's kind of what me and Maddie are looking at. We're trying to figure out like what else needs to be added to it, but for the most part, I mean, there's not really too much. I think the only difference between it is like when there's like crazy news happening for the day, right? That's usually what we would avoid. But all right, looks good. So I mean, it's currently running right now. It's just in, but there's no official entries, guys. So just keep that in mind. We're looking for a V1 here. So now that we have that kind of marked up, we're done with our testing for that for today. It's a 1 time a day strategy. We're now looking for price to provide a V1 pattern. So we're looking for a double bottom. Well, not really double bottom. We're looking for a double wick or double body. Right here, you can see we do have the double body. So this could be the reversal pattern that we're looking for. And we'll see if this pushes back up, which is exactly what we want. So we have a double body right here. We just need this candle to close green. If this candle here closes green, we can have a setup for a breakout V3 continuation. And that's going to be one of the official entries that we'll actually be looking to take. So I have to change my criteria here. 30. This candle needs to close green though. If it doesn't close green, we'll continue watching it and look for another V1 pattern to come up. Candle has about like 7 seconds left on it, so we'll see here. Ideally, we want it to close green. All right, so there goes the green candle right there. We have the double body rejection. At this point, we may have criteria for price to swing back up. You know, for some reason here, Maddie, I don't know why, but my DOM is not working on MT4. So I just have to manually watch it. So what I'll do here is I will set an alert. I don't know what's up with my DOM. I can't use a quick trade manager because I'm not trading on my FTMO. I'm just trading on the on the regular DOM. All right, guys, so we have a V1 pattern right here. We're looking for so there's two different criteria that we're looking for here. We're looking for price to either climb up, that's going to be a breakout V3 continuation with confluence, or we're going to be looking for price to come back down for a double body like this, for a W pattern. So price is pushing up right here. We have a pending buy signal. We need that buy signal to close. Once it closes, we're going to look for a green candle to follow it. If we have that, then that'll be a breakout V3 continuation. This will be one of the official strategies that we're applying. So we are continuing to follow it here. But again, it's going to be right at the sessions. Yeah, like what Nick said. This is considered a red flag. So the breakout's still running. It's currently in profit. Leave it as is. And right here, we are still looking for the buy signal. We needed that buy signal to provide momentum for the breakout V3 continuation. There's no buy signal there, so let's continue watching it here. So that becomes the case, and if price comes back down, then that's completely fine as well, because we can get a V1 variation right here. So we're basically looking for either a W pattern, or we're looking for price to continue to climb here. That's pretty much what we're looking for. But we need that buy signal. So that buy signal is necessary for us to take that specific entry. Or if price comes back down, we'll look for that double bottom off of structure here. I mean, either way, we'll be looking for the entry to come up. All right, let's see. I'm just hoping we get some direction here. The volatility is kind of low today again, guys. It was low yesterday. It's kind of low here. The ETR is currently at 13. Typically, it's like, well, average volatility is like 15 or higher. Right now, it's currently at 14. So it's picking up, but it's still pretty low. Right now, usually it's like at 15, 20 on open. Obviously, there's a lot of uncertainty with regard to the direction of price. I think price will climb up. The reason for that is because retail sentiment here is super high. You can see it's currently 81% short. So typically you want to do the opposite. This indicates that 81% of retail traders are currently selling right now. Typically we do the opposite of retail traders, which makes it bullish. Also looking over here at the fundamentals, I'll refresh this real quick. Fundamentals are currently down 26 points. So it's pretty much neutral at the moment. Not really strong on either side. Lastly, we have news over here at 7 o'clock, which is coming up pretty soon. Jolt's job openings, which is supposed to be, so they're forecasting it to be negative, I think. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, we got news coming up right here at 7 o'clock. So if nothing happens from now until then, I'll probably pull out of this breakout entry early, and we'll continue looking for an official trade. So right here, we have the buy signal that's pending again, guys. So we're looking for this here to close, and then we're looking for a green candle to follow it right after. If we get that, that'll be a breakout V3 continuation. The only problem here is that it's going to be right at the session, which is one of our red flags, of course. So we do have news coming up here shortly. I might just have to pull out of this early. I'll see where price goes, but I'm not going to hold on to it for like too long. Get price pushing up right there at the sessions. We have the buy signal or not. I'll pull out of the position, guys. So I pulled out of my, I pulled out of the breakout position, guys, because we have news coming up right here, and I don't want to be caught into it. It's too close to news right here. So I'm out of it. I made pretty good profit today, guys, off the, I know Maddie said watch it blast up. I'm pretty sure it probably will. So it's still running right here in profit. Maddie said just watch it blast up. I'm pretty sure it probably will. It'll probably spike up, hit TP. But I'd rather be on the safer side because we do have news coming up right here at 7 o'clock. The news is, I don't really mess with news. That's like maybe one of the criteria that we should probably use, but I'm not ready for it yet. So we'll see. We'll see how this here plays through. I'm not ready to take trades during news. News is very unpredictable. You can't really play with news because news will, it's like a coin toss, right? Price will either go in your direction or go completely against you. It can be manipulated or it can be unmanipulated. It's just, there's no way to really tell where price is really going to go when news happens. News can be positive, news can be negative, and price can still do the complete opposite. So, yeah, I just had to pull out. I just had to be smart about it because the news is coming up shortly. I wouldn't be surprised if it does push up and hit though. So I made pretty good profit right now. I've changed my criteria here. So let me just go and take a screenshot of all of my accounts right now. This is probably one of the most profitable days I've had on Apex because I don't typically take that many trades and the market's been kind of slow lately. So let me just put this over here real quick. I think majority of you guys pulled out of it too. And I never know where this stuff saves to. Desktop, downloads. I never know where the computer saves your print screen photos to. Pictures and check. Screenshots. There we go. Today's the 30th. All right. So I'll post that up and I'll post, but these aren't official entries, guys, so don't worry. There's no official entries right now. There's a possible breakout V3 continuation that's setting up right here, but again, it's really close to news. And then also we have the sessions right there, so I wouldn't take a trade. We currently have a buy signal. If a green candle comes up, this is technically a breakout V3 continuation. Never mind. So it didn't close green, so there's no entry there. But if it did close green, there'd be a breakout V3 continuation right here. So unfortunately, guys, our official entry for today or right now that has come up is it's not available. So again, it's just a waiting game, guys. This is a thing that a lot of people have to understand. It's really just waiting for the entry to come to you. And then you also have to be smart when there are other factors in the market that cause you to close out of a position that's currently actively running. So the breakout's still technically running right now. The PRB still running, but as we get closer to news here, price might just consolidate here for a minute. Right? It just might consolidate, and then when news happens, it'll either break out up or break out down, which you don't want to get caught in. So since you don't want to get caught in that fake out, you just pull out early. And that's exactly what I did. All right. And here are my profits for the day and the week so far. Down the profits. It did it, Maddie. full TP. So guys, again, right here, full TP, if anybody held on to it, I knew it was going to happen. It's just, I didn't want to hold on to it too close to the news. And I think with my mistake earlier today, it kind of threw off my trade psychology. So you guys will see, I've been trading for a long time, but my trade psychology still gets screwed up, especially when trying new strategies like this. So I'm trying this new strategy here, and I'm just not familiar with it. I'm not comfortable with it yet, so I'm not able to just let the trade run. But full TP on the breakout right there, if anybody caught it with me. I think a lot of you guys did. I've done testing on the strategy, guys, and I've been testing it for the entire month of January. There's only been one loss for the whole month, which is crazy. There's no criteria, rule criteria to it, but there's no restrictions, there's no red flags, none of that stuff that really matters. But you got to see it to believe it, right? You have to actually do it live. That's why we're doing it here live, because I need to train my trade psychology to actually be able to hold this position. Like, I can't hold it yet because I'm not comfortable with it. I don't know what the aspects are that, you know, that could screw up my trade. So for the most part, there goes a little preview of like what's to come once this has been fully tested. So let me go ahead and put this over here real quick. It's the same as our other breakout. Like, for example, if you wanted to take the original breakout would have happened right here, right? On the opening candle. So technically the breakout already happened on the opening candle. If you want to take the breakout V2, it would have happened up here. The breakout V3 would have not happened yet. And then I don't want to call the breakout V4. There's too many breakouts for that. Maybe we'll call it breakout V4. Maybe I'll call it the PRV. But yeah, Betty. Yeah, I know. But anyways, let me just put this in the documentation so that you guys know what entry we took off that there. Yeah, we'll just call it TT strategy. Okay, the think tank strategy. Because so today and yesterday, two back-to-back full TPs. This is what happened yesterday, full TP, and then this is what happened today, full TP. I'll keep putting it in here so that we have documentation of the strategy. So if you guys ever want to go back and take a look, it'll be on here. Here are my profits for Apex. I locked in about 2,000 per account. It was supposed to be 2,500, but I ended up pulling out early. So my profit would have been 2,500, but I'm up about 2,000. It's a great strategy. It happens right at the beginning. It's super simple, straightforward. It doesn't really take very much to do. You just have to like follow the directions, right? So hopefully for the next couple times that we try it out, I'll be able to just let the trade run. But I mean, it's great. I like it. I like it so much that I took it on all my Apex accounts, right? So there goes that strategy there. Here are my TFF accounts. There's no other entries here. So we're done with this now, guys. We're going to go back to our main chart. Unfortunately, there was no official entry, so I'm going to clean this up right here, and we'll continue looking for official entries as price moves along. But again, here is my TFF accounts. So this is my funded engineer. I still have issues with my second one, so that one's still being worked on. This is my main one here. I locked in 872. My TFF, I locked in a 1,923. This is my main account. There's some slippage there. This is my second TFF locked in 2023, third TFF 2023, fourth TFF 2023. So pretty decent profit so far. Now looking over here at our team profits, we have Eunice with a total profit of 590 for the day. Nice work, Eunice. Great work right there. We have Johnny here. He's getting his payout for FTMO. He locked in 658 on his FTMO, getting his payout today, and his Apex, he locked in 14,000 off that trade. Nice work, Johnny. Yeah, definitely. And Johnny said, nice job, guys, on the new strategy. Yeah, for sure. Maddie over here locked in 5,775. Nice work, Maddie. All wins right there. We have Kenneth over here, total profit of about 3,000 for the day. All wins as well. And we have David over here with a total profit of 106. Nice work, David. Yeah, guys, great work. Thanks for trusting in my new strategy here. We're going to keep testing it. So once we've tested it enough, maybe for another month, maybe the full month of February, I'll continue testing it. So if you guys want to take it at your own risk, feel free to take it. But again, it's not an official strategy. Hopefully it becomes an official strategy because I really like how it works. And I really like how it's, I I like how it's a 1-to-1, right? Because we're actually making a lot more. We're making basically double and a half profit than we would on a normal official strategy. So definitely a big plus, right? So, all right, let me just add up my profits real quick so that I know where I'm currently at the moment. All right, so for my Apex over here, and don't worry, guys, there's no entries here. Price is right at the sessions, and we have news right here at 7 o'clock. So we're not going to be able to take any entries from now until 7. We have about 4 minutes to kind of just regroup, get everything together, and wait for the next entry that comes up. So here's my Apex accounts: 1560, 1920, 1920, 1920, 1980, 1380. 1920, 1980. Damn, 14,000 bucks. All right, I need to get funded on my Apex right now. I need to get funded ASAP because this is pretty good profit for the Apex. And imagine if I had 20 accounts, that'd be crazy. So I'm currently at 14,580. Unfortunately, these accounts are currently they're in evaluation phase. So this isn't real profit yet until I get funded, which hopefully I'll get funded soon. So I mean, 14,580. This is only 8 accounts. If I had 20 accounts here, I'd make, that's nuts. So like 20. So I'm supposed to make 2,500 per trade times 20. That's 50K in one day or just one trade. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So I'm going to focus on Apex, of course. For whatever reason, my DOM's not working on MT4. Here, I'll add up my MT4 profit. So 7,872, 1923, 2023, 2023, 2023. All right, so I'm at 8,864 on my MT4 accounts. As I mentioned, I'm not going to trade my FTMOs for a while because I don't want to risk blowing the accounts. You know, there's an issue with no new accounts with them. So I'm just going to be using my TFFs. I don't really care about the TFFs because I can just, if I mess up on them, I'll just open another one. But with FTMO, I can't open another one. So, I mean, Apex is pretty smooth though. I like Apex. Guys, if you guys don't have an Apex account and you want one, because the Apex accounts are super cheap right now. So right now at the moment, they're currently 71% off. I posted it in the announcements yesterday. If you want an Apex account, you guys can see, you can open an account for like, it's like 60 bucks, I think, for 150K. Right now the resets are 35 bucks for only 100 and they're 71% off. So if you use this link here, you'll be able to get an Apex account. So you can see over here, the ability to make a lot of profit through Apex is very, very good. Once you have multiple accounts, even if you just had one account here made about 2,000. So, you know, you do that, you could have 20 total accounts. So you can make upwards to a lot of money with just one trade. So yeah, if you guys want to sign up for Apex, the promo code is there. I'll post it up again real quick. They have promos all the time, so don't worry. If you don't want to sign up right now, you don't have to. But I think the fact that they have the reset for 35 bucks, that's kind of what made it okay for me to take the breakout on my Apex accounts. Because if I do mess up my Apex accounts, it only costs 35 bucks to reset. So if I need to reset all my accounts, 35 times 8 accounts, I'm only paying $280 to get all of my accounts reset. So I'm going to take that risk to make 14,000 to risk 280, right? It's a big risk reward right there. So I'm okay with taking the bigger risk. Even if I did take the big risk, I wouldn't blow the account, so it wouldn't make a difference. Yeah, exactly. Shannon said they used to be full price most of the time, so take advantage. Yeah, that's why hopefully I could stack up these accounts by like the end of the month so that I'll just be funded on all of them and then I'll just lower my risk. Thanks, Kevin. News was mixed, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put news price right there. Color that pink. Take this off. So the news right here at 7 o'clock was mixed. We have, let me refresh it real quick. It's kind of hard to see. Joel's job openings was positive. That was the high impact. Joel's job quits were negative. That's low. And the CB consumer confidence was negative just as anticipated. So mixed news right here. There's not really much of a correction that you can look for. But yeah, the news is pretty much mixed at the moment. So we'll continue looking for another entry here. But we'll see. as we continue. Kenny said, did you get more TFF accounts? That's showing had two. No, I always had four. Kenny, yesterday I only used two though. I mean, if you look at my other profits here, Kenny, there was like I've always had four. It's just my payout date for those are different. So sometimes I can't trade all of them. But if you look at all of my profits here at my MT4, the last four accounts were always at TFFs. So that's why the profits are always the same down here. So I have four. When FTMO stopped accepting US clients, that's why I added more TFFs. So I mean, yeah, I guess technically I added two more like about a month ago or like earlier this year, or yeah, it's January. So yeah, earlier this month. I added them earlier this month. So yeah, if you're referring to last year, I only had two. Now I have four. Might as well milk it. I mean, that's the case for me, right? I'm just gonna milk it while I can. I kind of warned you guys about this, like, a couple years back. I said, milk these funding companies as much as you can because we don't know how long they're going to be here for. Get as much profit as you can. Every time you get a payout, make sure to take the payout because you never know when the company will shut down. The thing with Apex is that I don't expect Apex to ever shut down because they're US based, they're regulated out here. So that's why I'm leaning towards Apex because, TFF can just disappear tomorrow as well. A lot of these international companies that service US clients, they're going to get shut down at some point. So get your payouts, guys, get those payouts. And then when they shut down, you won't be so sad about it, right? That's why I'm like whatever about FTMO because I made so much money off FTMO that I pretty much, I got my money's worth with them. So I'm fine with whatever happens with FTMO. I hope they fix it, but if they don't, I'm not going to be sad about it because there's Apex now and it's so much cheaper. All right. So other than that, yeah, Maddie said 10K a day consistently is his goal. And the key word is consistently because he wants to have that every single day. Not exactly, make 10K, lose 30K, make 10K, lose 30K. Just consistently having wins long term. So, all right, guys, there's no V1 pattern here. Price came back down. The trend is still bullish. There's a new low here that came down. It's a lower low. The only problem is that there's no double wick or double body. So this here can't be used as criteria for our confluence, unfortunately. If price shifts to the downside, that's completely fine. We can start looking for some sells. But at the moment, it's just not going to work out. Yeah, exactly. Kenny said, yeah, especially the ones that offer CFDs, which is pretty much all funding companies, right? Any funding company that offers CFDs to US clients is going to get shut down eventually. If they took down FTMO, it's only a matter of time until all these other companies get taken down too. And by CFDs, I mean US30. So if they allow people to trade in the US, US30, NASDAQ, and S&P, they're all going to get shut down eventually. They have to trade futures. So you can trade YM, ES, and Q. You can't trade US30, S&P, NASDAQ because it's considered a scam in the US because you're kind of creating your own market. It's not the real asset. So, I mean, I'm gonna milk TFF for as long as I can. Hopefully they're cool for like the next couple months because these profits are pretty nice. Like if I just keep getting this every single day. Okay, so every day or whenever I take trades on my TFF, these are supposed to be 2,500. If I held the trade to the full potential, it would have been 2,500. So if I do that every single day, and we'll just make it conservative, right? Say, for example, we lose one trade a week, which is completely fine. We win four, lose one. That's basically 3 trades a week, right? So 2,500 times 3, that's 7,500 per week times 4 weeks in the month. That's 30,000 a month. This is just one account. Times 12, that's 360,000 times 4 accounts. That's like 1.4 million. So I just do the math in my head and I think about, okay, how much can I milk from these funding companies before they get shut down? Or before they kick me out, and then we go from there, right? So just keep that in mind. Let's see. All right, other than that, there's no entries here, guys. So don't worry, you guys are not missing out on anything. I'm still looking for my official entry. So once that comes up, I'll be able to take it. But right now, there's just nothing at the moment. Nick is asking, did you take 17 contracts on the last trade? No, I didn't. I took 12. So 10 is conservative, 12 is a little risky, but it's still within the parameters. So I took 12 contracts. There's no way I'll take 17 because you'll blow your account in one trade. It's way too risky. So if you were to take 17 contracts, let's see, 17 contracts times 5 times 25. I guess it's not that bad. It would still be 2,125. So I guess the risk isn't that bad, but I wouldn't risk that much because the max loss is 5,000. So you can only have 2 trades. So here's what I'm doing. 12 times 5 times 25. I'm risking 1,500, right? So I'm risking 1,500. Your max loss on 150K count is 5,000. So that divided by 1,500, I can lose 3.3 times. This is my special number here. I only take trades if I can risk about 3 losses back to back, which is very unlikely to happen. But I like having that safeguard. So if you guys ever see me take any trades, it's always calculated for me to lose 3 trades back to back or more than 3 trades, which is probably never going to happen because I never lose. Sometimes I don't want to say never. I don't want to jinx myself, but most of the time we don't really have back-to-back losses like that. And the risk is even tighter too. All right, guys. So if a green candle closes right here, which it did, this is considered the breakout V3. If anybody is looking to take it, it's not one I would personally take because it's right at the sessions. But if you guys do want to take it, take it at your own risk. I've marked it up right here. That it's right at the sessions. So in order for it to hit its TP, it has to push through the sessions, which I consider a bit risky if you're considering the red flags. There's also no confluence down here for a V1 pattern. So there's no confluence, so this can't be an official entry. This is a breakout V3 continuation if you are looking just to take the breakout V3. But if you're looking for the confluence as an official trade, there's no confluence down here. So I'm not taking this trade. Again, the main goal here is to stick to the trading plan. The trading plan is to stick to those 2 official strategies during these live sessions. For official trades, you need to stick to the trading plan. This here doesn't meet criteria. So I'm just going to take this off because I don't want you guys to think that I'm in it, but I want to give you guys a heads up that this is a breakout V3 entry. There's just no confluence there. So I'll put it back up later, but right now I don't want to leave it up for you guys to think that it's an official entry because it's not. You need to have a V1 pattern right here to confirm the reversal. So you're looking for a double body or a double wick. Once you have the reversal, this is going to be the continuation up, right? So you're looking for this pattern. That's the pattern that you're looking for. The only problem is that you don't have the criteria down here. So because there's no V1 down here, there's no bottom, right? There's no floor. So you need to establish the floor before you can take this entry. And you can see right here, price is going to draw down. That's kind of what I expected. There's just a lot of there's a lot of reasons not to take the trade. Whenever I take a trade, guys, I look for reasons not to take it. I don't necessarily look for reasons to take it. I look for reasons not to take it because of, the criteria here, of course. I'm all about accuracy. I care about winning. I like having a very high win rate. That's how we were able to succeed with the type of strategies that we apply. And you just have to stick to the game plan. If the entry doesn't come up, just gotta wait for the next one. Here, let's see. So Sam said, do you think FTMO will be okay for the UK and the rest of Europe? I think they should be, Sam, because the same laws in the US don't apply to you guys there. They're more restrictive here in the US because of what happened with the market crash back in the 90s. So if you guys remember how the market crashed a long time ago, that was because of CFDs. That's why they don't allow CFDs here because they don't want the market to crash again. I'm sure you guys have seen Wolf of Wall Street and stuff like that. People trading some bullshit companies and like making up companies and stuff like that. They don't want that stuff to happen again. Technically, US30, NASDAQ, and so there's a difference, right? And I don't know what's up with my text button, guys. Again, it's having the same issue as yesterday. I was going to type it up here, but anyways, so NASDAQ is just a copy of NQ. NQ is the future that's the actual asset. So if you look at NQ here, this is what you can trade in the US because this is a real asset. It's not a CFD. CFD means contract for difference. So basically, a lot of these scam companies in all over the world, they just wanted to create a copy of this so they can create their own pricing, right? You can see here for NASDAQ, the pricing is currently 17,647. If you type in NAS or whatever, I mean, whatever you guys use, NAS, right? That's what it's called. The pricing is different because these brokers can create their own pricing. So see how the pricing is slightly different? That's because they can create their own pricing. That's why it's not allowed here in the US because they don't want you guys to, they don't want people to be trading made up assets basically. Because if you want, they want you to trade the real asset. So there's no manipulation of price. Like you can see here, it's a whole number, right? For YM, it's 38,454. If you were to trade something like US30, 38,454. See, 38,316, the price is way different because this broker right here, a Black Bull, they just create their own pricing. So that's why it's not allowed in the US. It's a really simple concept, but a lot of people, they just convolute it, right? I don't understand, like a lot of these, like a lot of gurus out there are convoluting it and, like it's a big deal. It hasn't been allowed for US traders like for a long time. So you guys just want to keep that in mind. It's not something new. It's not like a new law passed and FTMO got shut down in the US. It's been not allowed for like years. It's just that they didn't think they were going to get caught, but now that MFF got caught manipulating price, now they kind of brought down the ball on everybody else. So you guys can thank MFF for that, for kind of basically screwing everybody. Because if they didn't have like all those lawsuits and stuff, then we would have been perfectly fine. I don't think like people would really care, but now they do care. So yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. And I guess we'll see. Yeah, Sam said I get that, but choosing a funding company to trade CFD shouldn't really matter. That's the whole point. You're still trading CFDs, Sam. The whole thing is CFDs are not allowed. Do you get that? Like, it doesn't matter if it's fake money or not. Like, you can go create a casino online, but you're not supposed to have a casino online, right? So it's the same difference, right? Just because you open a casino in like the Bahamas, but you're servicing clients in California where it's illegal, it doesn't make a difference. You're still running a casino. So it's the same with CFDs. You can't trade something that's not real, right? And I think that's a whole thing that people get confused about. It's like, it's a very simple concept. It's illegal in the US. That's why US clients can't use it. You guys in the UK can still use it, but we can't use it here in the US because it's illegal to us. Yeah, Maddie said you're better off putting your money on red. Yeah, with the casino concept. But guys, I mean, there's alternatives to it, right? There's Apex. That's the whole reason why I'm moving to Apex, because I don't want the same situation to happen to me again in the future. But I'm still going to trade these MT4 accounts. So don't get me wrong. I'm still going to try to make money off these other brokers. But my main focus is going to be on Apex. So just keep that in mind, guys. I mean, it's not anything crazy. It's just don't expect FTMO to accept US clients anytime soon. If anything, I think FTMO will create a separate platform. So we'll have FTMO Europe, FTMO EU, and then we'll have FTMO US, right? Where it's just futures. You're probably gonna have to trade futures like YM, like this. Because I don't expect FTMO to just leave US clients out of it. They're making so much money off US clients that it just wouldn't make sense, right? Daniel said all on 0-0 and walk away. That's a Steven bet, right? Where's Steven at? Is he here? Is he in the chat? Oh man. So Steven was like complaining and saying that Apex was scamming him. And then he messages me and he's like, oh, you know what? I was trading the wrong asset. So actually the account is okay. And I was like, okay. Like, I don't even know how you trade the wrong asset on Apex because it's impossible. The asset's already there. But yeah, I guess so. Steven doesn't think Apex is a scam anymore. He was just trading something that was not available. Natasha said Steven should sign up to your program. Nah. Nah, he can sign up to your program, Natasha. I'll have him sign up to yours, and you can teach him. Steven's cool, man. I'm all right with Steven, but I can't mentor Steven. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible in my I don't have the capacity to mentor somebody. Um, I mean Steven's cool. I'm glad I'm cool with Steven. It's just that I can't mentor the guy. If you want to mentor him, you can. But the thing is you can mentor him as much as you want, but he's still gonna do what he wants. So he kind of just brings some funny bets, some funny traits to the chat. Yeah, I mean Sisuk might mentor him. Is Sisuk here right now? I know Sisuk's been wanting to help him out for a while. All right, yeah, that's enough. No. Yeah, but no, Steven, he trades a certain way. Like he's actually okay. Like if he would follow his own trading plan, he'd be okay. He's passing challenges like in one day. He's taking like really risky trades, but it works. It's just the thing is he can't stick to one thing. He'll do one thing, pass, and he'll do something completely different. Um, yeah, I mean a lot of people are like that, right? I'm sure it's happened to a lot of you guys. You're just probably not as bad as how he's doing with regard to consistency. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys have passed a challenge, and then as soon as you get funded, you start to do something completely different. Like, say, for example, like with Steven, he would only take the breakout, right? Pass a challenge, and then as soon as got funded, he started trading gold. I don't know how that even happens. He was trading US30, passed, and then all of a sudden he got funded and was like, oh, I'm gonna trade gold and do something completely different, and then blow his account immediately after. What I recommend is once you guys get funded or whatever happens with your account, if you guys are doing a personal account, just stick to the game plan, right? If you want to trade US30, trade US30. If you want to trade gold, trade gold. But don't change it up just because you got funded, because that happens with a lot of people. All right, guys, so price is coming back down. It's currently at open, which is completely fine. What I'm going to look for here is I want price to come down a little bit, retrace up, and then look for the same pattern here, just on the opposite side. Um, yeah, there's just nothing here right now. So currently the trend here is starting to shift, which is completely fine. It just doesn't matter. Like we need to have a direction. So it doesn't matter where price goes, price can come down and we'll look for entries down here, or if price corrects back up, that's fine too. We can look for some entries up here. Right. Price is pretty much just stuck right here down the middle. Let's go to our clean chart. You can see over here on our clean chart that price is trying to come back down. It kind of ranged up here where the 4-hour resistance was. I'll draw some structure here so that you guys can see a little better. All right. So yeah, looking at this right here, you can see how price kind of ranged around this area. It just created a big range and then it came right back down. And then it might come back down to this 1-hour support level. I'll just take this off. We don't need this structure here. Let's see. William said, am I the only one who is MT4 with FTMO is blocking and lagging a lot? Possibly, William. I'm not sure if anybody else here is on FTMO, if it's blocky with you guys, if you guys can chime in. I'm using TFF right now. It looks, I mean, I can't really tell. I'm not really looking at it. I have it on my chart, but I guess it is kind of blocky. But MT4 is always blocky, William. So I don't think it's the broker. I think it's just the platform. I mean, it always looks like this to me, where it's not really moving smooth. Gotcha. Okay, so William said that it's better now. Gotcha. Thanks Josh and Sam for your input. So Josh and Sam said that theirs is fine. Let's see. Jason said, "Hey Sean, is Rick still with us?" I mean, possibly. I don't know myself for sure if he's in here, but he might be there in the YouTube with you guys. You're thinking about it back to open? Price coming back and then back to open? Yeah, if you guys remember Rick, he used to take that strategy. That strategy is actually really good as long as you have like some sort of strategy behind it. Like if you have some analysis and some understanding of it, then it makes sense. But some people would just take it just because, right? They see price coming back down and they just take it right back to open, which I mean, it's a decent strategy. You just have to have some sort of criteria. So for example, over here, if I was looking for a back to open, I would look for price to get overextended, look for a reversal pattern over here and come right back down, right? Back to open is a good strategy if you have some sort of strategy behind it. You just can't take it back to open every single time. Because if you do that, you're going to end up in some hot water, of course. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think a lot of people are still here, Jason. They're just like not, they're in the back, like the background. They're kind of just listening to the live session or they're just watching and they're not really participating as much. But I don't know for sure. If they're not part of the Zoom and they're not part of the premium, then I can't say for sure. Jeff said, Sean, for those who got rejected, do they receive an email as well? Yeah, everybody received an email. So Jeff, if you signed up and you didn't get an email, just reach out to me. Because everybody got an email. If you guys, so guys, just a heads up, if you guys sign up to the mentorship, everybody who got accepted and everybody who got rejected, everyone got an email. If you didn't get an email and you signed up and you're still interested, just let me know. I know I saw some people put like the wrong email in the application, which it's a common issue. If you guys misput your email, you probably didn't get an email. So if you guys applied for the mentorship, mentorship's starting this Sunday, guys. So if you guys didn't follow directions or didn't get your email, try to reach out to me as soon as possible because orientation's on Sunday and we're starting the mentorship on Monday, which is the 5th. So yeah, if you guys signed up or if you guys didn't sign up and you still want to participate, just let me know. And then because so here's the thing, there's about like I think 200 or there's about over 200 people who signed up for the mentorship. I was only planning on accepting about 10 to 20 people. I accepted about 30 or a little bit over 30 people. So if you guys didn't get accepted, it's fine. You're going to be pushed to the next cycle. I think I'm going to enjoy this mentorship compared to like one-on-ones. So we'll probably do another cycle after. But yeah, if you guys didn't get an email, just message me and then we'll see if there's space for you. The criteria is pretty tight though. So I mean, it just depends on the person. Like if Steven was to message me right now and I was like, hey, I want to join the mentorship. Sorry, bro. You gotta wait for the next one. But if you're somebody that I can work with and I know that will follow directions, then I might add you to the group. It just depends on like if I know you personally and how your trading habits are. Because I want to make sure that this group that does this mentorship, you guys are gonna be super successful with trading. Like for example, today, right? There's no official entries. So if you guys were able to just sit out and not take any entries, I mean, you guys could have taken the breakout, of course, but I'm talking about official entries here. If you didn't take any of these if you didn't take any entries here because there wasn't any, then your trade psychology is pretty good. And that's kind of what I want to get people on, right? I want people to be at that level where they're not forcing trades, they're not FOMOing, they're not really revenge trading. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's always better to have no profit than to have a loss, right? Like, for example, there's no entries today. So if you didn't take anything, then you're at flat for the day. It's better than being at a loss and then climbing back out of that hole, later into the week. And then if this breakout strategy works very well, we're going to throw this into the mix because this one's actually pretty good. So we'll continue applying this every single day. And if it ends up being an official strategy, then we'll probably factor that into our mentorship as well. So yeah, Jason said, cool Rick used to give crazy jokes, just like Steven. Yeah, no, Steven still jokes around in the chat sometimes whenever he's here. He pops in like randomly. Sometimes he'll pop in, ask some like random questions, and then he'll just pop out. Yeah, Albert said he made those mistakes on his funded, but almost out of the red, taking only certified entries. Yeah, and that's the key thing, Albert. Like, so I think for this first mentorship, I'm going to be teaching mainly just the two official strategies. And then I think for the following mentorships, I'll be able to kind of zone in on assisting you guys with your own strategy. So you don't have to, like for this mentorship, you're going to be applying my specific strategies because I want you guys to build your discipline and consistency. But moving forward, I can help you guys with, like, we'll do another mentoring group and then I can help you fine tune your own strategy. So if you have a certain strategy that you like to apply, like a common strategy that people apply are break and retest, right? Say, for example, you take break and retest, but you have a problem with being profitable, right? I can show you little tricks to, I can show you things to improve your own strategy. But I think the key thing here is really just getting the trade psychology down. So if you guys are able to do the same thing every single day, look for that same break and retest every single day and only look for that, then you've pretty much changed the playing field for you because you're going to understand how risk happens, right? I'll teach you guys how to journal so that you guys can really journal the trades, understand that it's actually a profitable strategy or if not. Because if it's not a profitable strategy, you might as well just dump it and then either make improvements and make it better or just change to a completely different strategy. So a lot of plans, I think after this mentorship, if I like this mentorship, I'll go back, I'll start teaching again. So I'll start teaching not just my strategies, but I'll teach certain traders, how to improve their own strategies. Because I've been trading for so long, it's like I can trade any type of market. I can trade any asset. I can trade any time frame. There's a lot that I can do with trading. So I might as well just give it forth. Because for me, I feel like life has gotten a little boring for me because I don't mentor anymore. I just trade with you guys here in the morning. I trade from 6:30 to 8, and I have the same routine every single day. I trade, I go to the gym, I cook for the dogs, and I just hang out all day, right? So now that life's gotten kind of boring, I think I wouldn't mind teaching people, especially if it's somebody like I think it's a challenge for me to teach people who are struggling with their own strategies. Because realistically, trading is if once you understand how to read the market and understand how to like improve things, it becomes easier. And I think it'll be a win-win for me too, because if I help you guys improve your own strategies, I'll probably get new ideas as well, right? So I know the pretty much the basic strategies that people apply, like support resistance, supply and demand, break and retest, stuff like that. It would be super helpful because we can put together even more strategies for ourselves. Like I'll take bits and pieces from different people's strategies and I'll create another super strategy that we can apply. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said when he first started trading, he didn't know what MC4 was. I know, right, Maddie? Look at you now. Came pretty far. Let's see. David said, when will be the next mentorship opening? I wanted, however, my work schedule is a bit complicated. So I don't really have a timeline for it. Again, we have to see how this mentoring group does. If this mentoring group does good, and because the problem with it is just time, right? It's really time consuming for me to mentor people every single day. So we'll see how this goes. If I can handle meeting with you guys every single day for like 1 month, then maybe we'll start one in a staggering month. So we're starting in February. If I like doing this, then maybe I'll start another one in March. And if I like doing it, then I'll start another one in like every month, it'll just start a new group. And then eventually I'll just start doing one-on-ones again. Because we can go through the entire group pretty quick, right? Right now, I think within our group, we have like about 100 people or 200 people. So if I can mentor all of you guys and then we're good, then I can start teaching people one-on-one, which might be better for certain people, right? For people who can't trade with us during group settings. All right, guys, we have a V1 pattern right here. It's right during the news. So right here at 7:30, let me check the news real quick. News hasn't came up yet, but I'm going to go ahead and just mark up news price right there. This is also a V1 pattern. All right, so our official entry might be coming up. Yeah, Craig said next mentorship, I'll be 100%. You just can't commit at this time. Yeah, which is fine, Craig. I understand your situation. A lot of you guys are still working regular jobs, so it's hard for you guys to get on this mentoring group with us because we meet right after the live session. in the future, I'll probably help people with their personal strategies. We'll do that like a one-on-one because I can help a lot of people with like certain things. Like I feel like a lot of people that have their own strategies, they just need somebody to give them a game plan or a trading plan. Like you can show me your strategy and then I can show you how to improve it, whether you want to follow those directions or not. And then I can give you a trading plan, right? Like how to improve. Because I've been trading for so long that this is why I'm able to put strategies like this together, right? Like the breakout. Like I can just take a glimpse at the chart. Literally all I did to put this strategy together was I went to the same time every single day. I went to 6:30, 6:30, 6:30. I just went back every single day at 6:30. And I was like, what happened here every day at that time, right? It's the same pattern that just repeats itself, same pattern at 6:30. So I tested it all the way back until the beginning of the month, and I put together this strategy. I did this like within an hour. And it was kind of weird because I wasn't even thinking about trading. I was actually driving and I was like, hey, this would be a really cool idea if I can make money doing this breakout strategy. And then I got home and I pulled up my computer and I just put the strategy together within an hour. So I can do that with you guys too. You guys can show me your strategy and then I can just plug and play. I can tell you, okay, if you keep losing here, then maybe you have to change your risk reward. Or if you keep losing here, maybe you have to change the way you identify the trend, right? I have different tools here, like the pivots here to identify the trend and the trend meter. Like I haven't used the trend meter in like years, but I still put it on here because it's helpful. All right. So yeah, no, definitely. Kind of said, yeah, I like the idea of you helping with personal strategies. I have a few strategies that you might be interested in. They're inspired by your strategies, but with different entry points. Yeah, no, definitely, Kenny. And I'd be happy to help you with that too. Because the thing is, like I mentioned with trading, guys, there's no one way to trade. You can trade so many different ways. And if you've been trading for so long, you just start to see patterns. Like the patterns just repeat themselves. Like, for example, our V1 patterns here, there's a lot of different reversal patterns, but I found that these V1s, double body, double wicks, they're like the strongest type. And that's why I like to apply them. We could all win, guys. Like just keep it in mind, we can all win. There's no one way to trade. Like I can trade my way and I can win, and you can trade your way and you can win. And I can help you guys get to that next level. But I just been lazy. So I've been lazy and I haven't been wanting to teach, but trading is like my passion. I like trading, so it doesn't really hurt for me to help you guys improve. All right, guys. So looking at this right here, we currently have okay, so we have a sell signal here. Okay, this is not going to meet our criteria. Unfortunately, guys, it's right at the red flag. It's going to cut into the sessions right here. So I will mark it up for you guys if you guys want to take this trade. But again, I'm not going to take it because the obvious reasons here. There's no criteria here for me to enter. There's a V1 pattern here, which is a reversal pattern. You can see how price came down, came back up, and now it's coming back down. We have a sell signal here. If this is followed by a red candle, this is going to be a breakout V3 continuation with confluence. The only problem with this trade here is that it's at the sessions. These sessions are considered red flags. If you guys are not familiar with the sessions, if you scroll out and you just have the sessions up, and it's fine. I don't think we're going to have an entry here anyways, but I'm going to just show you guys real quick what I mean by that. So if I turn everything off here, so if I just turn all the indicators off, you guys can see that whenever price gets near the sessions right here, high low. So whenever price gets near the sessions, which are these lines that go from left to right, like this purple line right here, price gets manipulated, right? Price comes down, gets manipulated right here, comes back up. It goes back to this purple line, gets manipulated right here, comes back down, gets manipulated again right there. That's why we don't trade at these horizontal lines. So that's the whole reason I created this indicator, was because I kept losing and I was trying to understand, why did I lose this trade? And that's why I put together this indicator so that I don't lose anymore because I just don't trade around those areas. See, price will come down right here, reject directly off this point, and it just comes back and forth. Whenever it comes back to this area, more manipulation. So the sessions are really key. They're not always necessary, but they are very key when identifying, where a trade may be risky or not. So again, there's no entry here. So unfortunately, guys, we had a double body right here for a reversal pattern. Price came down with the sell signal. It was not followed by a red candle, so there's no entry here for a breakout V3 continuation. The good thing about this is that this can still set up for a V1 variation pattern. So you guys can see right here, we have a V1. We had price come down. So this is kind of what we're looking for. Now we're looking for like an M pattern. Right? So we have the V1 pattern here, which is a reversal pattern. We had price came down for the fake out. It's coming back up. If we get another double body or double wick right here, then odds of price coming back down is very likely. This is going to set up for a double top off this structure. We have the structure lined up right here, and we just need a double top right there for it to come back down. So if that's the case, this is a V1 variation with confluence because you're having that double top set up, and you can still take this for a V1 right there. You know, the market lately just hasn't really been moving too much. That's why it's hard for us to take these entries because these are directional type strategies. This V1 variation is actually a ranging strategy. So this is actually good for the type of market that we're currently in. Price just keeps going back and forth, and this works out perfect for this type of setup. So again, we're just going to wait here for the setup to come up. As you guys can see down below, the ATR is very low. So you can't really expect much from the market when the ATR is this low. It's currently at 13. Again, like I mentioned, 15 is like the average. So when it's at 15, it's actually moving. So when it's 15, you'll see price like either move up and down very consistently, or you'll see it move down in a trend-like fashion. We just don't have that here right now. So again, guys, it is another time. It's another waiting game here. So guys, just a heads up, I'm not going to be having a live session tomorrow. Sorry, I know it's last minute, but I'm getting my veneers put in tomorrow, so I'm going to be at the dentist for like 12, like how long am I? For like 6 hours. I'm going to be at the dentist for like 6 hours between 8 and like 2 p.m. to get my top veneers put in. So I'll be at the dentist pretty much all morning tomorrow. I wanted to hold a live session like really early, but I gotta drive down to San Diego, which is like an hour drive from here, an hour and a half drive from where I'm currently at. So just a heads up, guys, no live session tomorrow. I'm gonna be at the dentist pretty much all morning. I try to push it back, but their procedures happen at 8 o'clock. So unfortunately, I gotta drive down there like at 6 a.m. and we're just not gonna have time to trade at all. If only what's it called? SpaceLink, is that what it's called? SpaceLink. If they had like a really good wireless internet, I can just trade in the car. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, no live session for tomorrow. I'll give you guys an update in the chat. I'll make sure that to remind you guys, but no live session tomorrow, unfortunately. I'll be back on Thursday though. So, all right, there's no entries here, guys. Unfortunately, the V1 pattern did not come back up high enough. So you can see there's a V1 pattern right here, but it didn't come high enough to reject off this level right here. So there's no entry there. There was a V1 pattern here, so I don't know if anybody decided to take it, but there was another V1 pattern right here. But again, it would be cutting into the sessions. So basically what we wanted is we wanted this pattern right here to come up to this point so that we can get a double top. But unfortunately it didn't, so there's no setup there. There's another V1 pattern right here, so we might get another setup. I mean, there's a possibility here that we can get that M pattern down here. The only problem is that it's so close to the sessions. So if you were to get something like that, it'd have to happen pretty high up. Like the entry would have to happen like right there. Because if you go any lower, it gets really close to the sessions. Let's see. Hey, iPad said no trades for me today. I'm not feeling okay. My mother passed away on Sunday and we buried her yesterday. Oh man, sorry for your loss, bro. Yeah, it's tough. It's like, you know, everyone goes through it differently. But no, sorry for your loss. And it's okay if you don't have to trade. You don't have to trade every single day, guys. You know, like and not to compare it to like when my dad passed, but same with me. It's like, we all mourn kind of differently. So if you're not feeling right, it's okay to take a day off or a week off or a month off. Like for me, I couldn't really stop, unfortunately, because a lot of people depended on these live sessions. But for you guys, if you guys need to take a break, it's completely fine, guys. Life happens, and if you're not able to really focus, which I wouldn't expect you to, it's best to just stay off the charts, or you can stay on the live session. Stay on the live session, but I would not take any trades. Just follow along and kind of just be there. But yeah, iPad, sorry about your loss. It's tough losing a parent. All right, let's see. Back to liquidity over here. So I didn't even bother looking at this earlier today, guys, but the liquidity above pretty much got all hit. Oh, hey, Maria. Yeah, I didn't realize it was you. Yeah, no, sorry for your loss, Maria. I know you were going through a lot for the past couple of months. Yeah, no, it's tough. I can't imagine. I feel like I'm not even done mourning over my dad either. It's like it's crazy. A lot of you guys are here too. Like I kept like as straight of face as I could too. But yeah, no, sorry for your loss, Maria. But guys, anyways, back to up here. There was all the liquidity that got hit. Price is on its way back down to the next level, but you can see here that it's not really having much movement. It's actually just ranging around this area. So I don't think there's gonna be any trades today, guys. As you guys can see, there is it's just a back and forth movement between, opening price and the 1 hour support right here. You can't really see it too clear over here because it just looks like price is ranging. But over here, it's pretty clear where it's ranging from. It's ranging between the 1 hour support and the opening price here. So there's a V1 pattern right here, guys. It's too close to the session, so I wouldn't take it. But if you guys are looking to take this trade, if you really, really need to take a trade, which I highly doubt anybody does, this is a V1 pattern right here. This is the setup that we were looking for. The only problem is that it's right at the sessions, which is considered a red flag. So this is where manipulation happens. But looking back over here, this is exactly what we were looking for. We had a double body right here off this lower high. That's a V1 pattern. And then we had price come back over here to the same level for rejection. So with that said, this here is a double top. It's a double top off a V1 pattern. And there we go. Not really too much here. This price continues to go sideways. Drew said no, Sean, not trading. No, Sean, tomorrow, not trading FOMC. I think FOMC is really late in the day, though. It's at 11 usually. Let me check, Drew. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of news throughout the day, though. So tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we have loan pack news. At 5:15, we have ADP employment high impact news. 5:30, we have medium impact news. 7:30, we have medium impact news. 7:30, some more medium impact news. And then FOMC later at 11. So yeah, you probably want to be careful with tomorrow too, because we're gonna get some volatility or we're gonna get a flat market. So exactly, yeah. Drew said market might be crazy in the morning right before because there's so many news events. So yeah, you're right. The market might be pretty crazy. And then it might flatten out around like 9, 10, and then 11 is going to spike again when the interest rate comes out. They're forecasting the interest rate to stay normal. So it's currently at 5.5%. They're forecasting it to be 5.5. I haven't really read up on it to see whether it's going to be upper or lower. I'll probably take a look at the news pre-market tomorrow to see what the analysts are saying. But for the most part, it looks like it's probably going to, it's probably just gonna, go sideways. Go sideways, but like in a big range. So I'm gonna take this off, guys, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm in a position. I would never take a trade that's this close to the sessions, not for a V1. It's usually where a lot of fake outs happen. Maddie said he's gonna sit out on the breakout tomorrow. Lots of news. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sit out on the breakout too, Maddie. Or if anything, I'll take it on like just my MC4 accounts, not on my Apex. It's too risky. I gotta figure out how to fix this DOM. I don't know if anybody is using the DOM and then you're having issues with, because my TP stop loss is not coming up, which is super annoying. Okay, I think I knew what I did wrong. I had a one-click trading turned off. It's all good. Now I know. That's the only thing I can think of. DOM is depth of market of them all. It's on MetaTrader 4. It's what we used to use before we used a quick trade manager. All right, Natasha, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Maddie's done too. We'll see you back here tomorrow, Maddie. So, all right, guys, if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Unfortunately, there's no official entries for today. It looks like a lot of you guys did take a breakout with me though. So great work to those guys who took that. Looking over here at our team profits, we have Drew over here, Drew with a total profit of 6,595 for the day. All wins over here on his Apex accounts. We have Jonathan over here with a total profit of 320 for the day. All wins. That's for Jonathan. We have Delicia. This is her first trade journal entry. Total profit of 1,675. Nice for Delicia. Yeah, she took the PRB entry with us. She pulled out early like I did, and she made some pretty good profit. Nice work on her Apex too. That's some solid profit right there. Nice work, Delicia. And then also we have Jonathan over here with a total profit of 795. Great work, Jonathan. Yeah, you guys did pretty good today. We have Jeff over here, total profit of 752, all wins. Nice work. Let's see, Nick said he's still using the quick trade manager. Well, I'm not trading on my FTMO right now, Nick, so I can't use the quick trade manager. I mean, I guess I could trade on my FTMO, but I prefer not to because I don't want to risk it. But yeah, I'm back to using the DOM for my TFFs. Yeah, Kenny said TFF servers have been having a lot of issues lately. I haven't had any issues on MT4, but I know MT5, they've just pretty much cut that off. Their MT5 is not working at all. So if you try to open an account with TFF, their MT5 accounts aren't even available right now. Which I'm not surprised. I've had issues with TFF in the past, so I mean it's all good. But all right, guys, if there's any other questions, oh, sorry, I forgot to charge my laptop. The laptop is about to die on me. I hate how the laptops are like, they're not ergonomic. Like these laptops come with these huge chargers and they're hard to plug in. It's not like a Mac where you kind of just, they're magnetic and stuff. It didn't even give me a warning that my battery was going to die. Thankfully, I put the battery in at 10%. All right, guys. So I think that's it for today. Just another reminder, guys, if you guys signed up for the mentorship and you guys didn't get an email, whether it's an acceptance or a decline, just message me on Discord, right? My Discord name is @Kodi Kai Trades, so we can figure out what the situation is there. But I'm pretty sure everybody got an email, unless you guys put the wrong email on the application, which I saw a lot of. Just reach out to me and then we'll get that sorted out. So yeah, just a reminder, guys, orientation starts on Sunday, mentorship starts on Monday, and then we're going to run this mentorship from February up until May. Hopefully by May, you'll be funded and you'll start be getting some payouts through your funded accounts. I'm going to be using an Apex 150K account, so I would want to get everybody on the same, on the same course as me. So if you guys want to do it, it's fine. If you want to use a different funding company, that's fine too. We just want to work on your discipline, trade psychology, and consistency. But all right, guys, I think that's it for today. Unfortunately, there's no other entries. If you guys are still looking to trade, you guys can see that price is currently within a range right here. Let me check the news real quick to see if there's anything else for today. There's no other news events for the day. So we might not see too much movement. The ATR is very low. It's currently at 11. So unless this ATR picks up, you're probably going to get a bunch of sideways movement like it is right here. It's just going to keep going back and forth. All right, Hawk, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Welcome to the group. But yeah, guys, so I'm probably going to see, I mean, you're probably just going to see some back and forth movement, and unless this picks up. So if you want to look at the ATR and you want to trade, make sure that the ATR kind of picks up a little bit. It's currently at 12. 15 is going to be the average. Anything above 15 is good. That's going to be a lot of decent volatility. But if it stays below 12, it's probably just going to go sideways for a bit, and it might just consolidate back and forth before it ends up pushing, in a direction. So I'm probably not expecting much movement to happen for the next maybe 1 or 2 hours. So unless you guys want to sit tight, I'd recommend just wrapping it up and then coming back tomorrow fresh. So, all right, guys, that's about it for the day. If you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys